In this section, the operative phases for the erection of a building carried out by the M2 system single panels are shown. For operating with the M2 system, the required foundation, either green beam or surface beds, have to be firstly executed, which due to the minor pressure and the lack of concentrated loads could be smaller than usual and allow an obvious economical saving. The recommended foundation of 240 anchoring bars will jet out from the foundation for 40 to 50 centimeters and are placed at gaps of 30 to 40 centimeters for the assembling and the junction of the M2 structural panels. During the following stage, the panels are placed in a perfectly vertical position and well aligned by using metal strategies or props and ordinary wooden tables. Subsequently, they are sewed to each other and joined to the anchoring bars for a better cohesion and static continuity. This operation can be executed by special equipment or, in a simpler way, by traditional building tools such as shears, pliers, and so on. The openings for doors and windows can be obtained during the panel output or on the spot by removing the surface in question. All the parts subjected to stresses are reinforced by special flat wire nets. All the structural joints, such as inner and outer angles, connection between walls or between wall and floor, are reinforced by special angle or electro-welded nets for a greater cohesion of the structure. As we've already said, the installation of the floor panel is made extremely easy thanks to its lightness and easy-handedness. These advantages allow a more rapid installation of the floor panel with a reduced expense for labor and building equipment. The stairs panel, whose trays and rises have been shaped according to the dimension required and is supplied ready to be covered, is marked by an extremely easy and fast installation, the schedule of which is much shorter than the time required by any other ordinary stairs. The connection of the wiring and of the other system is carried out quickly and it is absolutely clean. The required chases are made on the polystyrene by a simple hot air jet. Now the connection to pipelines already existing or to be executed becomes an easy operation which does not require demolition and further restoration. If required, the wire net is opened as needed so as to allow the installation of connector boxes for wiring and telephone, pipes, ducts, and so on. The internal and external plaster is the main function of structural element, besides it is an aesthetic traditional finishing. The plaster applied onto the strictly connected walls reinforced by metal nets will turn out to be monolithic. For this reason it is important that the plaster spraying is executed by keeping the schedule and method suggested. Usually a first coat of plaster is sprayed on covering the meshes uniformly. Subsequently, a second coat can be applied for leveling the surface and lastly a possible final layer for finishing. It is necessary that the materials employed for the plaster are good quality and the time aging of the plaster should be respected. The same function of the plaster structural element is the same to the covering casting, upon which a waterproofing protection and roof covering might be laid together with the water outlet system. The building structure is now ready to be finished and completed by laying of internal and external doors and windows, floors, coatings, sanitary fittings, and finally painted or coating in every part.